What's up, spinners, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Chickadee360 and I'm a starting out artist and animator. While you're watching the speed paints I prepared for you on screen, I'd like to tell you the story of my two pets and how I met them both. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also check out the link to my Twitch in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into the story. The first pet is my newest pet, a female koi betta fish named Cora. I only just bought Cora a few days ago. Koi betta fish change colors throughout their lives, never staying the same color. At the moment, she's mostly red, but she can become spotted or even blue later on in life. Most koi fish, when cared for properly, will live for up to 2.5 years. I grew up caring for betta fish, but never have I had a koi betta. Growing up, my parents and other family members bought my fish for me, so this was the first time that I picked out my own fish. My first fish was a red betta. Being 5 or 6 years old, of course I gave my first fish the most creative name possible. His name was Red. Cora is probably the most playful and interactive fish I've had to date. She's always so happy to see me and is never bothered if I stick my finger in the water or place my fingertip against the glass of her tank. I want to say that she's no bigger than the palm of my hand. Koi bettas definitely don't get as big as regular koi fish, nor do they live as long. She's my only fish at the time of this video, but I honestly wouldn't mind having more once I have a fair amount of money to spend on them. If I hadn't had a fishbowl already, I probably wouldn't have bought a new fish at all. The supplies tend to get pretty expensive. I love Cora with all of my heart already, and I hope she stays with me for as long as she can. My longest living betta fish was somewhere around a couple of years old, so maybe Cora will get to live just as long, if not even longer. To care for a betta fish, all you really need is a decent tank and fish food. Clean the tank at least once a week, and skip out on feeding your fish once a week so that they aren't overfed. This is coming from someone who's had fish for many, many years, so trust me on this. Also, don't forget to take some time out of your day to play with them. A happy fish will want to interact with its owner often. And for anyone who's wondering, yes, her name is based off the Avatar character, because Korra from Avatar was a legendary woman. As for my other pet, Spike is a male Ratcha mix. What's a Ratcha? It doesn't sound like an adorable dog, but trust me, when it comes to mixed breeds, Ratchas are now one of my favorites. Look it up, you won't regret it. Ratchas are half rat terrier and half chihuahua. They have the ears and snout of a chihuahua, but the rest of them is all terrier. They're very protective, loving, and intelligent. Well, maybe a bit less on the intelligent part. My Spike has been with me for 8 years now. He's 9, and we got him just after he'd turned a year old. We got him from our nearby animal shelter, and at first I was disappointed because I'd wanted a puppy, not a dog who's already named and trained. Turns out the shelter never even called him by his name, and he was only house trained, so I quickly learned that he was basically still a puppy and I had all the time in the world to get to know him. His name was originally Skipper, but we hated that name from the start. My brother wanted to name him Spike because the dog off of the Tom and Jerry cartoons. I agreed to it because Spike is also the name of the dragon off of My Little Pony, and I always thought he was super cool. Spike's birthday is actually coming up this month, and it's hard to believe this old man's about to be 10 years old. Ratchas typically live to be 18 or older, however, there once was a time where I feared that our time together was coming to an end. One day when he was about 4 or 5 years old, Spike got out through the open fence on our front porch and raced out into the middle of the road. This wasn't the first time this had happened, and the first time nothing really happened, but that doesn't mean we weren't all terrified, me especially. He would end up getting hit by a minivan and would spend the next couple of months with a broken pelvis. Christmas that year was pretty depressing. I'm honestly more than grateful for the fact that he's still with me and has remained my best friend since day one. We do have our arguments, typically over the fact that no, you cannot eat the chipmunks in our front lawn, but we remain the same at the end of the day. I couldn't ask for more. So yeah, this was the story of my two pets. Just felt like I wanted to share this with you guys because my pets mean the world to me and everyone should get to know them. I would show you real life photos or something, but I don't want to risk something personal being posted for the whole internet to see, so yeah. Thanks so much for watching. It means a lot to me to have you guys here. If you don't decide to stick around, I still appreciate the fact that you even gave me a chance. Hopefully I'll have more content coming your way soon enough. Since I'm about to be back in school, the Twitch channel is going to be way more active, so you want to check out the content over there. You might also see me on the Vinesauce Art Bureau sometimes. With that being said, I hope you all have a great day. Remember to take breaks when you need them, and I'll see you next time.